What is, in terms of the struggle that you feel you are still dealing with, and how are you going to use that moving forward once all this is gone?
You know, I grew up a very positive, happy person, and always the, energetic one in the crowd, and had a lot of friends, and always had a bubbly personality, and used humor as my way of entertainment. You've seen that. And when I gained my weight, that I lost that part of me. I lost that, that part of my personality and that part of myself. And it was very easy to just lock myself in my house and focus on work and focus on work. And so part of this journey for me has been to teach myself to not hibernate and not close myself off. So, I mean, it's been an incredible journey for me, because I feel like I'm coming back. I'm having like a rebirth, I guess. Between friends and family and clients, they always are like, God, something's different with you, not just your weight, but your personality's back. We haven't seen this part of you in a while. I've never seen this part of you. And I think what I chose to do was obviously take as much help as I can from you guys, and instill it in me, and change, while at the same time not rely on you guys 100%, because you're not going to be with me forever. So I wanted to make sure that I could work out on my own and wake up at 5:30 and go to work. Or I could answer a question without getting completely irked at something, and reevaluate how I was going to go about changing it. Or instead of going and eating a ream of cookies, making a choice and maybe eating a piece of fruit if I had sugar. Or texting Jamie when I have a question about something health related, instead of being like, oh damn, I hit a wall, like investigating it. So I really feel like I needed to make the changes so that I could be my number one team player, instead of feeling like, oh my God, Billy, what do I do? Oh my God, Jessica, what do I do? Meryl, help, because that's not my reality. And I'm pretty independent, so you're your own best interest team, whatever.
I think that you are just a great example of when it comes from love versus fear. And in the beginning, you had fear that guided you, and you were hiding, and every decision you made was based on making sure that other people don't see things. And now I think what you're doing and saying is that you took the time to love yourself, to put activities involved in your life that love you back, eating food that loves you back. And so now when you journey and you go through things through love versus fear, you can see the examples that you're setting for yourself, and you can always go back to be your own life coach, and remember that you had it within you all along. You just shut it out for a little bit, but then you activated that love again inside for yourself, and then now you see what comes from it. It just blooms everywhere around you, in your business and with your social relationships and intimate relationships as well.
Yeah.
I know I'm a tough nut to crack. Like, I am very aware. I'm a true Virgo. I'm the product of being the youngest of all boys in the family. I've fought my way, I kind of feel like I'm the version of Billy, like we fought, But I also realized that through this process, I softened again. I was hard as a rock, and I was, oh God, I said I wouldn't do this, but I was really sad the first episode, and I saw myself. I think I texted Jamie. I'm like, that's horrifying. I was that person on that screen was so sad. And I really do. I feel like my 30s were lost to self-image issues, very highly warped self-image issues. I didn't look in the mirror. You guys would ask me for photographs. I don't have photographs in my 30s. I cut out so many things that I feel like I didn't do. And now I'm excited. Like, I've made some pretty big changes with myself. I've made pretty big changes with my business. I've planned my first big trip in 2 years. I'm going to Peru.
This is your rebirth. You
Yeah.
kind of killed yourself in your life for a while, and now you're reliving and rebirthing and transforming.
Yeah.
And in
I'm
the way
not
you want to.
scared.
That's
In the
good.
beginning,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what if I don't have these people to help? And I know you're always going to be there. You're a phone call away. And I feel positive that we will all remain, we're family now. But now I can kind of do this. I feel like I can do this on my own. And that's inspiring to me, because, a year ago, that wasn't an option for me.
Right.
That,
Yeah.
Nicole, I own a business, you own a business, so we know that you have employees, right? And like, it can get out of hand. And sometimes we have to make a decision, and this is from my experience to pass on to you and see how you can handle it. But when all hell breaks loose in your business, what's your strategy for dealing with that stress? Do you work out, or do you just dive back into work?
I used to dive back into work and take it all on my own. And it's interesting that you ask me this, because I had this very conversation yesterday with someone about letting go and being able to kind of cut the cord. And we had this conversation when I was on the treadmill recently. I couldn't give up any responsibility of my business. I was the HR person, I was the accountant, I was the physical therapist, I was the management. And you know from experience, that will make you crazy.
Yes.
And it's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day-a-year business. Everybody has a dog, everybody needs care. I have let go. I have hired a manager. I have someone now doing my payroll. I have someone answering I'm starting to just say, go for it. And I gotta tell you, it's been the best thing ever, because I literally am like, wait a second, where was I 8 years ago? What was I doing? And and I don't want to say control freak, because I think that's negative. This was my baby.
Yeah, you care.
I care, and every person I work for is a family member to me, and there's a reason why we're small, and there's a reason why I give, and there's a reason why I love it. But at a certain point, I just had to cut the cord. So the long-winded answer is, I have allowed my staff to run with it and handle some of the problems and handle some of the issues and take control. And honestly, I would never have been able to do this show if I didn't have faith that my staff was able to take care of it. I'm here in this chair, almost 50 pounds lighter, because I have a staff that took one for the team, and that's me. And they love me, and I am I'm the luckiest person ever, because I wouldn't have been able to do that.
I think that's important. The thing that you said about they love you, I think, from when I very first met you, you're a super lovable person. You're funny, there's so many great things about you,
Thank you.
I really sensed that you didn't feel like you were worthy of love. And I've been there before. I'm a control person for sure, and I've had issues
That's
with
why
it.
we get along.
I'm definitely, my poor husband, I definitely am. But that's the thing, it's not until I met somebody like him, or had in my life people that I knew 100% had my best interest at heart. Your employees genuinely do love you, so they're gonna take care of the things that are important to you. And for me, the food aspect and the working out, it became another area of my life I could kind of control.
Sure.
Yeah, I knew if I put this in my body, if I worked out, I could see the direct results of my effort. And so again, that's part of control, but that's where I'm comfortable. And so I let go of some of it, and other parts I've kind of embraced it, because I think it's ingrained in me. And I think we're similar in that way, because I see you thrive when you have that epiphany moment of, I understand this, I know I'm supposed to eat this, I know I need to work out this way. We've talked about building muscle, we've talked about all those things, you're athletic, you get it, you get the whole big picture. And I don't know, it just makes me really proud of you, because I've seen the transformation.
Thank you.
And I really think it's sincerely going to stick forevermore, and that's probably the most exciting thing to me, because I know for me, the body image issues I had in the past, it freed me up forever. I'm totally a different person whenever I finally got that, and I see it happening in you, and I think it's the best thing I've ever did for me, and I hope it is for you. I hope it is for people that watch, that they get that, from your journey, from seeing your journey, they get what, this whole big change that's occurred with you is what maybe a lot of them need to do too,
The one thing that I think I've gotten from this journey is just being aware. I wasn't aware of my surroundings. I wasn't aware that even family members had my best interest at heart, and it may not be sugar-coated. My dad's a surgeon, and he's like that, but he has my best interest at heart. And I saw that from, whether it's clients, friends, whomever it is. I wasn't aware. Most recently I was out and someone said, do you realize that man has circled you 3 times and he's asked your name and wanted to know if you were single? I'm like, what? And, it's been a long time, and so it's kind of been fun to dress back up and put back on my makeup and do that stuff and just be like that girl again. But the awareness of my surroundings and the people and the attention and just that I am loved, I shut that out. I mean,
Yeah.
you could have told me 1,000 times, I'm in totally, you are perfect, whatever, and I would be like, yeah, okay, I didn't have it in me to even accept it.
Well, I hope
Right.
you've accepted it now because
Yeah.
we think you've done amazing, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, every time I see you, because I don't get to see you as much as everybody else, but I can't believe the changes. It's not only physical, but there's just this spiritual overall thing that's changed, and
I'm a work in progress.
we're proud of you. We're all a work in
Yeah.
progress.
Yes,
Right?
we all are.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
But
Thank
super
you.
proud of you, and thanks for
you
doing
guys.
this journey with us. We can't wait to see you next week and see your big
Yeah.
finale moment.
Woo! Get her in a dress.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. We'll see. What
Yes,
happens.
we will see.
Awesome.
Thank you,
wait.
guys. I
Thank you.
really appreciate each and every one of you. Each of you have entered my life and taken a part of my heart, and just like you've anchored there. And I've listened and I've heard. And you may not think that I've heard, or you may not think that I've listened, but I've taken all of your insight and all of your advice, and even some of your hard times, because I've definitely had my ups and downs. And I apologize if I've ever offended, because I know that I can be like a blinder. I'm a bull in a china shop. But this experience is one I'll never forget, because you guys saved my life. I would be a 300-pound miserable human being, and I don't even want to tell you where I might have gone. So I really appreciate it, because there were some dark times before. So thank you.
It's all you, really. We've given you tools, but you had to make that decision and you had to stick with it.
You're the one who wakes up every
yeah,
day.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thanks for the credit, but you really worked so hard, and
Thank
you
you.
earned every bit of it.
Thank
so.
you.